Welcome to Shine Movement Space. In this class, we'll use the Corefirst Pilates Level 2 bands to create reformer feet and straps exercises at home. We'll start warming up the hips and core and then dive into some leg and abdominal activation. Our side leg will get some love, targeting our glutes and hamstrings, and then we'll finish with the core challenge. Be sure to check the description for additional videos to complement this routine for a total body series. I hope this session leaves you feeling driven and ready to take on your day. Now find yourself a place to anchor your bands and let's get moving and shine together. Hello, I'm so happy you're here. We have another Reformer at Home class, and this one has a favorite theme of many of my in-person clients, and that is feet and straps. So take a moment, get yourself set up, and then find yourself laying on your back, facing away from your anchor. We're gonna start just with a little grounding exercise to get our abdominals a little bit warm. We'll keep one knee bent, extend the other leg towards the ceiling. Abdominals draw towards our spine. Arms can come to the side or a V position here. We cross our leg over, down, side, and up. Little leg circles here. Trying to minimize the shift in our other leg. Pressing our pelvis in towards the mat. Closing our rib cage, finding that rib to hip connection. Firing up that core. Let's go the other way. Exhale as that leg comes across. Pelvic floor lifts in and up. Carving out that hip socket here, just warming it all up. And then let's bend that knee and lower it down. We'll switch sides here. Grounding our pelvis, finding rib to hip connection, crossing over, down, side, and up. Thinking of moving from that hip joint abdominals pull towards our spine. Pelvic floor draws in and up. And then let's reverse. Setting up our spine for success during this video. All right, bend your knee, lower down with control. Let's grab those straps. I'm going to put my feet inside the handles here. I'm gonna put the handle around the arch of my foot here. You can also put them around your ankles if that feels more secure. I think this gives me more of the feeling of the reformer at home when I have it on my arches. Okay, making sure that we are in a position where our bum is on the mat. So if these straps are already pulling your bum off the mat, I want you to scoot closer to that anchor. Ground your pelvis. Abdominal rib hip connection. Here we go. Legs are parallel to start. We bend our knees and press them out long. Bend and stretch. As you stretch, abdominals pull towards the spine. Rib cage is nice and closed. Just warming up those legs a little bit here. Bending and stretching. As you stretch, making sure we're not locking out our knees. 2 more. Very good. Leave your legs long. Rotate your legs now inwards. Inwards rotation. Toes facing inwards. I know it feels so strange. If you bend and stretch like that. Okay. So your legs are rotating inwards, which means your sitting bones are pulling a little bit outward, separating slightly from each other, lengthening through the back of your pelvic floor. Probably feeling some muscles that you don't normally feel. We exhale to press away. Let's do 4 more like this. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now let's rotate our legs turned out. So we're finding that kind of Pilates stance here, heels together, toes apart. Gluing those heels together, we bend our knees. Now they're opening to a diamond shape. We stretch them long on the diagonal. In this position, it is really nice to feel your inner thighs drawing in and up, pulling together, lifting your pelvic floor with it. Feeling nice and solid through our legs, through our core. Heels stay glued together. We have 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, leave those legs long. We lift them, hinging them to 90 degrees. And then the back of our legs is going to press down to that high diagonal. Hinge them to 90, press them down. If this starts to feel uncomfortable for your lower back, there's a few options you have. You can scoot closer to the anchor. It's going to take a little bit of tension, especially if you have these heavy straps. It can be a lot for your lower back and hamstrings. You can really zip in and up through those lower abdominals to support your lower back. Thinking like 4 inches below your belly button. Drawing that in and up. You can also put your pelvis on top of a cushion. That may help as well. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Hinge to 90 now. Keep those legs turned out. Let's open them to the side and then bring them together. Opening them side, bringing them together. So those straps are kind of just holding your legs suspended with tension. And I want you to think of that rib cage staying nice and closed. Abdominals drawn in. Zipping up like those heels have some magnets and they're pulling each other together. Very nice. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Very good. We're going to take our legs now. We press them down in the center. We open them side. We circle them side and up. Pressing down. Big leg circles here. Really feeling your hips lengthening and creating space as your leg is moving around your hip socket. You can take this as wide or as shallow of a circle that feels good on your body today, making sure that pelvis stays grounded, isn't lifting off the mat. And let's reverse the circle. So instead of pressing down, we open side, reaching long and up. Side, reach long. As your legs reach long, your abdominals flatten toward your spine. And up. Feeling that length. Feels really nice. Just feels elongating, right? Let's do one more. Very nice. Bend your knees. We're going to take the bottom strap off. So let's say the strap closest to the screen. Set that strap down. You're going to probably want to shift your torso closer to the anchor a little bit. And then we're going to press into that band and roll to our side. Finding one nice long line here. Okay, we're ending with our hips nice and stacked, one on top of the other. My arm might be cut off, but it's just resting on the floor. You can also bend your elbow and make a little pillow if that feels better. My abdominals are drawn in and up. Top leg is rotated parallel, so forward. We lift and lower. We lift and lower. Top arm can rest on that leg, or it can create a little tent with your fingers and just support in the front. The biggest thing is we want to make sure that shoulder doesn't drop forward. Hips nice and stacked, lifted from underneath slightly, and we reach long as our toes lower down. Thinking of lengthening through our leg, out of our hip joint, elongating once more. Warming up that side, that glute medius now. Let's do one more like that. And then we leave our leg up. We stretch our bottom leg long. And then we bring our bottom leg up to meet it. And lower the bottom leg. So inner thigh draws back to that top leg like there's another magnet on it. We exhale to lift and lower. How are you doing? Exhale, lift and lower and lower. Keep it lifted. Top arm comes on top of that leg. We reach up and lower down. Reaching our fingertips towards those legs and lower. Let's do two more. And lower. And one more. And lower down. Very nice. Bend your bottom knee now. Top leg stays long, parallel. We tap our toes forward and back and forward and back. Little rainbows here. Keeping those abdominals engaged. And tap and tap. Trying to keep those hips nice and stacked. Spine nice and neutral. I know sometimes my spine wants to arch as my leg goes back. So I'm always working on that. And let's do two more. And one more. Very nice. Leave your toes in front now. Rotate your leg inwards. So thinking toes trying to point towards the ground. We tap down and lift. Tap and lift. Whew, firing that up. And lift. Tap and lift. Lift it. Feeling those innermost muscles. Firing up. You have 4, 3, 2, last one. Rotate it back parallel, bend your knee. Knee is going to press behind our glute and forward over the other knee. Pressing back, coming forward. Our core needs to stay pretty darn solid during this so that our back doesn't totally arch like that. That's what we don't want as our leg goes behind us. And I want you to think of that movement initiating from just underneath your bum. And press like your heel is stamping the wall behind you. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Lower your knee. Give that thigh a little bit of a tap. We're gonna get ready to do the other side now. Switching feet with that band. Okay, we are on the other side now. My hips are going to be nice and stacked, nice and parallel leg, knee pointing towards the screen. I'm gonna put my top arm behind that strap so that it kind of helps keep it out of my face. So hope that helps you if you need it. And then we take our top leg, we lift and lower. Leg is nice and parallel. Bottom leg is long. Now let's feel that length again. So as we lower our leg, we think of reaching it long, long, long out of our hip socket. Finding a little more space. Through our body here. We lift and lower and lift and lower. I know that strap can get a little bit in the way, but you start to get used to it, I promise. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Reaching nice and long. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And leave that leg lifted. Bottom leg comes up to meet it. And lowers. Exhale to lift. And lower. Exhale. Feel those inner thighs drawing together. Exhale. And inhale, lower. And lower. Let's do 4 more here. How does this side feel compared to the other side? Can always feel a little different if we're set up at a different angle with the core first from the other side, and plus our bodies are just a little uneven sometimes, so it's gonna feel different. Lift your bottom leg, let's hold them both up, and now we lift our upper body and lower. Exhale. Finding that banana feeling here. Exhale. Lifting from the side of our body, lateral bend. And lower, and lift, and lower. Let's do 2 more. And lower, 1 more. And lower, very nice. Bend your bottom knee. Top leg is making that rainbow shape, forward and back. Toes nice and long for this one. Up and over. Feeling that hip really fire up, that glute med. Woo. Finding some calm through the burn. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And now we leave our toes forward. We rotate our leg, inward rotation like we did earlier. Toes point towards the floor. We tap them lower and lift. Lower. Really feeling the back of our leg fire out. Keep that core nice and stable. Let's do 4, 3, 2. You did it. Now we bend that top knee. We press that knee behind us and forward. Pressing back. Use this elbow to keep that band out of your face. And press. And now let's hone in on where we want to feel this, right? I want you to feel like movement is coming from underneath your glute, where your glute meets your hamstring. Back is trying not to arch as you press behind. Heel is like stamping the wall behind you. And forward. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Lower with control. Give that top hip a little tap. And then we're gonna roll onto our backs again. And we end with our feet in the straps. So let's put the straps on that other foot again. And then you may need to scoot your bum a little further away from the anchor. I want you to feel tension when your legs are at 90 degrees. So I need to scoot a little further away. Okay, here we are. I feel tension when my legs are about 90 degrees here. I'm going to turn my heels together, toes apart, bending my legs to a diamond, pressing them on the diagonal again. Let's settle in here. And now let's fire up those abdominals. Even more, we're gonna reach head, neck, and shoulders lifted as you press your legs long. Feeling your abdominals scoop in and up. Fingertips reach forward. I know those bands might be right on the top of your head if you have to anchor them low. If you can put them in a door and lift them a little bit higher, but with my setup, this is what it is. And scoop. And scoop. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, lower your upper body down, leave your legs long. You're going to hinge at your hips. Our lower abs are gonna scoop in and up, lifting our legs up towards the ceiling. Looks like this. We exhale. Lower abs engage, we press into the floor, and then we lower down, press on the long diagonal. We hinge it up to 90, lift it up, lower down, and press down. Hinging up, lift it up, lower down, and press. If this is really difficult, you want to make sure those legs really feel tension right here because those straps are helping to lift you. And lower, up, scoop, lower with control, press down, hinge them up, lower abs, scoop and lift, lower with control, pelvis feels the floor, lower down. Let's do 2 more. Hinge it up, lower abs, scoop and lift, lower down, press it down. 1 more. Hinging up, scoop and lift, lower with control. We need to do 1 more because I lost my control. We're trying again. Hinge it up, scoop it, lower down, and press it down. Very good. Take your legs to parallel now. Keep them long. We're gonna bend 1 knee at a time. Arms are coming behind our head, supporting our neck. We bend and stretch, and bend and stretch. We add a curl on the bend and stretch. Almost there. Scooping in and up. Feeling your abdominals really scoop. Let's do 2 more on this side. We switch legs and press. Press energy out through your heel. And press. And lower. How are you doing? We have 4 more. Good. Bend your knee. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Last little stretch. We alternate. Little exhales as you press that knee straight. Abdominals pressing towards your spine. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower with control. Whew. Rock a little bit side to side. Extend your legs towards the ceiling. Turn out your legs. We open them into a few more leg circles just to cool down. These don't have to be as challenging on the abdominals. I want you to just really think of lengthening those legs and winding down, lowering your heart rate once more. Open and reverse. Very nice. Hope your legs felt it. I hope you feel elongated even though we felt the burn. Hope those abdominals fired up. Very nice. Let's do 1 more. Bend your knees. Take the Corefirst straps off of your knees. And then we're going to cross our knees on top of each other. If you can, try and grab your heels. Whew, feel that hip really lengthen and stretch. We worked those a lot when we did our side leg lifts. Inhale and exhale. Melt further into the mat. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. And let's do a nice little whoop-de-doo switch of the legs. Grab the heels underneath. Press your heels into your hands. So it's like you're pressing your heels away, feeling that resistance, and that's what fires up this stretch. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. One more breath. Very nice. Let your bottom leg straighten nice and long. Top knee stays bent. Twist it across your body. Find a little spinal twist here. 2 deep breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath, I lied. Very nice. Bring it back to center. Extend that leg long. Bend the other leg. Twist in the opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the floor. 1 more breath. Very nice. Find the mat again. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side, or you can scoop and roll on up to seated. Let's end as usual. See if I can stay in the screen here. Inhale, arms reach towards the side, scooping that energy up, and exhale, draw it towards your heart. Inhale, feel your heart beating. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale and exhale. Arms flow open, eyes flow open, shoulders roll up, down, and back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you feel lengthened, strong, activated, and I really hope you have a great rest of your day. Continue to shine. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.